So I read your chart and it appears that you are experiencing a little bit of vertigo, am I right? Okay. Well, do you mind telling me a little bit about the sensations you're experiencing? When was it that you first noticed what you believe to be vertigo, and what seems to trigger it the most? When you're sleeping? Is it when you get up from sleep, or is it the actual act of lying down? Okay. Well, what I intend to do is to figure out whether or not you are experiencing vertigo. One of the most common traits of it is the involuntary twitching of the eyes, along with the dizzying sensation that you get usually once your head is manipulated in a certain direction or a position. Why this often affects people is when you have some sort of a crystal or a physical blockage in your cochlea in your ear. It's the circular chamber that goes through our ears, and that chamber, what it does is regulate the fluid that tells us when we are upright. So if you can imagine a hose that has a rock or a pebble stuck in it, and it's not able to distribute the water through the hose. So regardless of where it's turning, that rock, that crystal, is going to slide through that canal, but it's going to always hinder the circulation. A couple of things that we do to test when this is a common experience is to see whether or not you have any blockages in your ears. Secondly, we want to find out which ear. This can happen usually one ear at a time, although it can happen in multiple cases. And then I will perform the Epley Maneuver. What this does is, depending on the direction that your eyes will maneuver in or twitch in, it's going to tell us which side your brain is perceiving as moving. So for instance, if your eyes, they twitch in this downward motion, usually is indicative of the left ear, and vice versa. The sensation we experience with vertigo is that imbalance. Our brain, the fluid in our ears, which usually tell us when we're upright, it's circulating incorrectly. So our brain is telling us, I'm falling, I'm laying down, I'm in a different position, whereas your remaining systems are saying, no, I'm sitting up, I'm standing up. And that's where the dizziness resides. Okay. Well, what I'd like to do is I'd like to very comfortably lay you down on your back, and I want to take a look inside of your ears to see if there's any visual debris, anything that can possibly be pulled out or cleaned out. The cochlea and the canal are things that we cannot reach with exterior tools, but if there is any way that we can increase the ventilation, so to speak, it definitely can help. And it can help prevent other debris from getting clogged in there. Okay. Well, I'm going to very gently lay you down. I'll be guiding you on both sides. So if you do experience vertigo, just know that you're safe. I have you. Not to fight it. I'll make sure that you won't fall, okay? Just remain steady, okay? I'll make sure that nothing's going to happen to you. Okay. The first thing that I'm going to do is I want to see what direction your eyes are responding to, okay? I'm going to wrap my hands around the back of your skull. I'm going to lift your head, and then I'm going to tilt your head farther backwards. You very well may experience some dizziness and the sensation of falling, just know that you're very secure and safe. You're not going to fall. You're not going to hurt yourself, okay? I have you. Okay. So I'm going to just lift your head up a bit. Okay, take a deep breath in and relax. That involuntary eye movement is going to the left. Okay. Just relax. It'll fade. What you're feeling is that crystal. It's sliding down your cochlea, down that canal. And it's making your brain think that you're falling because the fluid can't move correctly. Okay. I'm going to turn you on your side here just a little bit. And I'm going to start with a good cleaning of your left ear, okay? Okay. You think you're okay? All right. Okay. Try to relax. I'm going to turn your head. I'm just going to take my light and I'm going to look inside of your ear here. Okay. Let me put my gloves on. Manipulate your ear a little bit. I want to see if there's any kind of response in the membrane. Let me know if you feel any dizziness, okay? I'm going to take some tweezers and just clear out some of the debris. We do have a little bit of a wax buildup, so we want to make sure we can free that up as much as possible, okay? For a moment, I'm going to take a cotton swab and just clear out some of the leftovers, okay? going to take some antiseptic ointment. And I'm going to just coat the inside of your ear just a little bit. I want to make sure your ear stays nice and clean. You may feel a little bit dizzy, but I'm going to rotate your head so that we can get to the other side, okay? You okay there? Okay. Going to continue to roll you, okay? Same process. I want to take a look inside of your ear. Gonna pull out a little bit of debris as well. Are you comfortable enough? Okay. I'm just gonna place my hand lightly on your forehead. Going to take another clean cotton swab and just going to clear out some of the excess. Okay, and now a little bit of the I'm going to roll you back over. You okay? Alright. Now that we've had you over on that side, we're going to do what we call the Epley Maneuver. Your problem is originating on your left side. So we're going to tilt your head back and then over so that the crystal will drop down to the bottom of the circular chamber, and then we're going to roll your head back to the other side for a count of 30 on each side, and that will allow the crystal to go through the bottom, and then rolling to the other side, it'll go to one of these sides and hopefully attach so that the fluid can move effectively, okay? Alright, remember I have a hold of you. You're not going to fall. You're entirely safe here. I know that this may not be comfortable, but I won't let you fall, okay? Okay. So I'm I'm going to lift your head, place my hands under your skull. Feel free to reach and grab onto the sides of the bed for stability. Okay. We're going to start by tilting your head back and then to the side. I know that that's usually the most unpleasant. Okay. Count to 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Going back to position 0 here. I'm gonna move you right on over, okay? I gotcha. You're safe. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Back to position 0. And we're going to sit you up, okay? Okay. Now I know it might not be the most comfortable position to go back upright almost immediately after feeling so dizzy. But it's important that the crystal stays in its position towards the end of the canal, so that will hopefully in the next couple of hours kind of bond to or attach to that wall. Okay. Alright. Well, I highly recommend sitting upright, trying to avoid any quick motions with the head, anything that would shift around that fluid in your ears. But in a couple of hours, I'm hoping that this will definitely improve over time. The Epley Maneuver is something that you can also do by yourself. It's always recommended to do it on a floor, someplace that you're stable. You're not going to fall off of a bed or a cot or anything like that. Okay. As you sleep, it would be recommended to sleep on your back and to elevate your head so that it's in an almost upright position. And again, the objective of this is to get that crystal in the cochlea canal to attach. So the least amount of movement possible is always recommended, at least for a day. Alrighty. Well, if you still experience vertigo, there's a couple of other things that we can do to treat it, but you're more than welcome to come back in at any time, and we'll do another Epley Maneuver exercise as well as another ear cleaning if it's needed. Fantastic. Well, I hope that you feel better and more stable. Take care.